Hey, welcome back. This is that yogi guy, and I wanted to do a follow up on the last audio on samadhi. I had a great question about what does samadhi feel like, and the person asked if it was the sensation that you feel between the eyes at the spiritual eye. And in that podcast that I just did, I said something that I wanted to clarify. I said that we shouldn't make light of samadhi. And I didn't mean that your question was making light of samadhi. I just wanted to let you know. What I mean is that as a whole, as a society, we really don't know what superconsciousness, what samadhi is. And so that's a problem. And, there's a little bit about it in Jungian psychology. But as a whole, we really don't know what it is. And even if you've read up on superconsciousness and enlightenment and samadhi, and you think you know what it is, until you're there, you still don't know what it is. I mean, you may read about an orange and what it tastes like and what it looks like, and you may be able to describe, how it falls apart and how there's string on the inside and how the texture of the skin feels of that orange, but until you've actually tasted an orange, you really don't know what you're talking about, right? And so that's most of us. We really, most of us just don't know, and that's okay. That's what we're showing up at meditation for, right? That's what we're showing up and sitting down on our little meditation chairs each day, and that's what we're after, is this experience. So that's completely natural, and your question was a great question, completely natural. What I mean when I say we shouldn't make light of it is that a lot of the yogic practices that are out there right now do make light of it because they don't understand what it is and because they water things down so that they aren't so hard. But things are hard because they're worthwhile, right? If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worthwhile to go after because everyone would have it, right? But not everyone has it because it's difficult, because it's hard. It's like that great scene on A League of Their Own. Tom Hanks tells the girl, it's the hard. She goes, baseball just got too hard. And he goes, it's the hard that makes it great. So don't be afraid of samadhi. Don't be afraid of the superconscious state. Don't be afraid of meditation just because it's hard. Because I've overloaded you with fantastic tools in hacking the universe. So use them. Put them all to use. Make good use of them all, and make it easier for yourself. That doesn't mean it doesn't require effort. Doesn't mean it's not a difficult journey and a difficult process. It means it's easier. It means there are guide rails out there. We can use those. But we shouldn't water it down. We shouldn't make it too easy. There's a quote that's attributed to Einstein. I'm not sure if it was actually Einstein, but he said things should be as simple as possible, but no simpler. No simpler. We shouldn't water things down, and they do get watered down. And I think it's just because people haven't actually had the experience, and they're teaching it, and that can be a bit of a mistake. So, and also I wanted to do this follow-up because I wanted to give a little bit of a framework of how to think about samadhi and pratyahara, and that framework is the 8 steps of Patanjali. It's right there in my book, throughout my book. The 8 steps of Patanjali are extremely important. I mentioned that I memorized them right from the start, and that it was a fantastic help to me. And so I recommend that for you, to memorize the Sanskrit words for the 8 steps of Patanjali. This is different from the Eightfold Path of the Buddhists. This is very different. Eightfold Path is wonderful too, but the 8 steps of Patanjali are different. And they consist of yama and niyama. Those are the do's and the don'ts, right? Yama and niyama. Asana, which is posture, right? Yama niyama, asana. Pranayama, that's life force control. Pratyahara, that's interiorization. Then comes dharana, and dhyana, that's true concentration and true meditation. And those automatically lead to samadhi, which is the superconscious, an experience in a superconscious state. So that is the map. And you can't have one before the other. For example, you can't properly practice a life force control technique, a pranayama technique, until you're sitting down and fully relaxed in asana. So you need asana first. And then it's, unless you're in a very life-altering experience for one reason or another, you can't experience pratyahara until you've done the work of pranayama. Now, once we've reached pratyahara and we're in the spine, that means there's no body consciousness, no breath, no body, no sensations of the world. The world is gone from your consciousness and you are free inside the spine. Then and only then can you experience dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Right? Only then. So that means that if you had walked yourself through that, then you could have answered this question yourself. Now, I'm here to answer questions, and I love your questions. But I just want you to, I would love for you to have this ability to walk yourself through it. Because there are going to be people out there who are going to tell you that they're in samadhi. Oh, I'm in samadhi right now. Or, oh yeah, I experienced samadhi. And if they talk about samadhi and they talk about breathing and talking and I was walking down the road and I went into samadhi, well, okay, you had an experience, but I'm sorry, that was not samadhi. If you've never had samadhi before, you're not going to walk straight into cosmic consciousness, into nirvikalpa, and actually that's beyond cosmic consciousness. That's nirvikalpa samadhi. That's a walking cosmic consciousness. You're not, unless you can't do that state without first experiencing a lot of pratyahara and a lot of small samadhis. It's just not possible. It would blow you apart. That much energy running through you, you'd explode. So the universe, spirit is not going to dump cosmic consciousness on you out of nowhere. Your body and your mind and your consciousness have to be prepped for it. They have to. It's a process. That's why my book is called The Process of Yogic Meditation. And so I just want you to keep that in mind because it helps us think about it. It's where are we going? It's a path, it's a map, it's a process. And we can look at these steps and get an understanding of where it is that we're going and what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. And that thought process, that understanding that map, having that map in your back pocket, yama niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Having that, just memorizing those 8 words will help you. Will help you think about this. Will help keep the path straight in your mind. Okay, so I hope that helps. God bless.